Welcome to Friday Fun Day. We got a good one on the docket for you guys. We're going to do a descending ladder, but the kicker here is every movement has a different rep scheme to it, but it will be a descending ladder all the way across the board. So you have dumbbell squats, toe to bars, and dumbbell box step-ups. Starting off with the dumbbell squats, you're going to go descending ladder by 10s, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. From there, you'll move into toe to bars. You're going to do descending by 5, so 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And then finish off with the dumbbell box step-ups. You're going to decrease by 4, so 20, 16, 12, 8, 4. So the way this is going to work, my first round, for example, I'll do 50 dumbbell squats. From there, 25 toe to bars, followed by 20 dumbbell box step-ups. I'll then advance back up to the top, do 40 dumbbell squats, 20 toe to bars, and 16 dumbbell box step-ups, and then advance my way through this workout accordingly. The dumbbell squats will be at 50 and 35 pounds. You guys ideally need to be choosing some type of weight here if you do have an option for weights, that you guys can get these done in about maybe close to unbroken sets, maybe not quite, so probably about 2 to 3 sets probably overall. If you need to decrease that weight down to just one dumbbell or one kettlebell, like a goblet squat, if you need to do that, that's perfectly fine. From there, the toe to bars, if you guys don't have a toe to bar station, obviously we're going to substitute out V-ups. Nothing too fancy there. If you guys do happen to have a toe to bar station, try to choose some type of variation. You can probably get these done roughly in about 3-ish or so sets, give or take a little bit there. And then lastly, your dumbbell box step-ups. It'll be the same loading as the dumbbell squats, but it'll be a 24 and 20-inch box. It won't be a box step over. It'll just be a traditional box step up. You guys need to be choosing a height or weight there that you probably get these done in roughly about 5 to 10 reps at a time on these dumbbell box step-ups. For the overall goal for this, we're looking for you guys to hover somewhere around that 22 to 25 minute time frame, give or take a little bit. I think some of the faster times today will definitely be in that sub 20 area. So this will be your Friday Fun Day. Warm-up and activation for this Friday Fun Day. You guys have 2 rounds. You're going to do 12 side lunges. So we're like a Cossack lunge. So what's going to happen here is Kale's going to have a wide base. Outside his shoulders, he's going to lunge to one side and then lunge to the other side. 6 per side. From there, you'll move into 5 inchworms. Get a little stretch in the hamstrings. All right, you do have some toe to bars coming up or some V-ups. That helps to have a little bit looser hamstrings. So we'll do 5 of those. You'll go into 10 jump squats. So just establish squat base, hips travel back and down to little jump at the top. All right, that's Kale's max vertical. You got 2 rounds there. Once you get done with that, you'll advance into another 2 rounds. You're going to do your activation piece. You have a single leg wall sit today, so you can cuss Kale for doing this. You guys will go into the bottom of basically a wall sit, but just one leg there. You'll do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. If that's a little tough for you guys, you can just do a 1-minute wall sit, or you may just do like a 15 and 15-second single leg wall sit if needed. If you're then there, you'll go to 12 dead bugs. So on the dead bug, guys, you're going to do like a tuck hold, basically, to start off with. And then opposite arm, opposite leg are going to extend out. So notice how his right arm's back and his left leg is forward. And then he'll come back and switch and switch. All right, the biggest thing as you do this is make sure you're crunching up. So you notice how Kale's kind of pulling his rib cage down. That belly button's getting pushed into the floor. That's the main concept. And you'll hold each one for about 1 second roughly before switching. You'll do 6 per side. And then you're going to finish off with a lunge and a twist. All right, kind of like a little lizard stretch almost. So he'll lunge out. All right, drop that elbow on the inside of that ankle. Hold that for a second or 2, and he'll twist. All right. And that would be 1. And once again, you guys will do 6 per side there. And that concludes your warm-up and activation today. Pre-workout mobility. You guys have a little half stripper here. So Kale's going to come down to both knees. Not the first time he's heard that. All right, from there, he's going to extend one leg off to the side. You guys are going to do a 1-minute half stripper. So basically establish that stripper stance, but just extend one leg off and just drive the hips back. You'll feel a big stretch in that groin, especially with that leg that's straight. You'll camp out there for 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other side. You're going to go into a pancake stretch from there. Feet out as wide as possible. Just falling forward, get a stretch in that low back a little bit, in those hamstrings. And then to finish off with something a tad bit different, you guys are going to accumulate 2 minutes in the bottom of a squat, whether it be like in 30-second increments or going all 2 minutes, it's your call. But you want to stay active in this squat, guys. Don't kind of just relax in the bottom. Look like you're pooping in the woods. Think about keeping nice flat back, driving these out, and staying active the whole entire time. And that will be your pre-workout mobility. All right, boys and girls, moving into our movement demonstration, you guys have dumbbell squats. So with these dumbbell squats, you just have to have the dumbbells up on the shoulders. There's a couple different ways you can go about doing this. I'm not going to make you guys hold onto the handle the whole time today. I give you a little bit of leeway. If you want to let go of the handle, you can. But kind of demonstrating just a few reps here. Kel's going to think about bringing his hips back and down. You want to keep that weight over the midfoot as he does this and back to the top. All right, so that will be your dumbbell squat. So notice how Kel's is holding it kind of in the front rack position. If I was doing this personally, I'd kind of let those dumbbells kind of come off the side just a little bit, just kind of get pulled back there. That's one variation. Another variation, I don't think a lot of people are going to choose this variation, but you could stack the dumbbells like that. I don't think that's probably going to be the best way today, but it's an option if you want to do that. You can kind of curl the hands over, all right, like so. That's going to be a little bit more of a popular option, and probably the most overall option is you can physically, if you want to, let go of the handle and hold on to the head of the dumbbell. We'll allow that to happen today if you want to. So, like I said, you want to be choosing a weight if you can that you can do basically through the round of 30 within about 2 to 3 sets, give or take a little bit. Now, if we only have one dumbbell or one kettlebell, you guys just do basically like a goblet squat variation. So he'll just hold that dumbbell like so, all right, and just squat from there. He could hold it just by one head or both heads. You guys did goblet squats on Tuesday, so you should have a better idea of which variation you guys want to hold it from if you're doing that option there. Now, real quickly, forgot to grab these. Let's say you maybe have a pair of kettlebells instead, which I don't know if I've really seen anybody just have a pair of kettlebells, but what I recommend here is kind of rolling those kettlebells up on the shoulders like this. That way that bell will kind of rest on the shoulders, and it's kind of a little bit more like the dumbbell. If you kind of hold them out in front of the body, guys, it's going to be a lot more of a difficult position to hold. Not to say that's a wrong position, you're just going to make it a little tougher on yourself. So that is your kettlebell variations. From there, the total bars, also we're not going to review the total bar. You guys, if you don't have a total bar station, you'll do V-ups instead. So Kel's just going to lay down his back for us here. So what I would recommend as you do this is lead with the chest, all right, and then come with the legs second. So do like 2 or 3 reps for me there, Kel. Ideally, you want to come up to the butt for each rep here. All right, now let's say you can't do that. It's a little too difficult for you to do. You could do a tuck-up variation instead, so just bending at the knees and coming up to the butt from there. All right, and then obviously if you guys need to, you can always do sit-ups as a substitution. All right, then lastly, you guys have dumbbell box step-ups or kettlebell box step-ups, doesn't really matter. So it's not a very technical movement, but we can make this movement a little bit more simple and a little bit more rhythmic to move through a little bit quicker. But just real quickly, Kel's going to demonstrate a couple reps. All right, so just physically stand all the way top of the box and come back down. You're not going to do a step over, just like so. Now, as he does this, okay, what I want you guys to think about doing is, for me personally, I'll do maybe, let's say I'm on the round of 20 to start this thing off. I'll try to do 5 on my right, 5 on my left, 5 on my right, 5 on my left. And to do that, all right, come all the way back down there from Kel. Let's say he's going to start off with his left side. He's going to step up with the left leg. Okay, he'll stand all the way up. His right leg will then come on top. His right leg will then come back down, and that left leg will just tap, and he's coming right back up again. That's going to be a little bit quicker compared to coming back all the way down, both be coming down and then having to regenerate that moment on back onto the other side. It's going to be a little bit slower that way. There's no right or wrong. You're still going to get the movement in general. But I'm just trying to give you guys some tips to make it a little bit faster of a movement for you guys if you want to. Once again, you guys need to be choosing a weight there if you can to try to get these done in about a 2 to 3 set window, give or take a little bit throughout this workout. Now, if you guys don't have a pair of dumbbells or a pair of kettlebells, probably would recommend just going back and you can put the dumbbell probably on your back here, all right, like so, and do your box step-ups from there, okay? If you only have a kettlebell, it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult because you're going to have to hold that goblet squat position again, but maybe just hold that front rack position here. That's fine. You could curl up on one side and do a single arm. That's fine. Doesn't really matter to me. It's really your call, and accumulate the same amount of reps there, all right? And that is movement demonstration for you guys. All right, extra credit and post-workout movement to wrap up your Friday fun day here. We have 3 sets, something a little bit different. We're going to kind of get a little run off from Thursday's workout. There's no prescription on reps, but we're going to have a prescription on time. So you're going to do 20 seconds of Bulgarian split squats. You can be with or without weight. I would prefer it to be with a little bit of weight here, guys. So the back leg will be elevated up on a box or a bench or a chair, something like that. He'll go down. When he goes down, ideally try to keep that shin pretty vertical and back to top. I want a little bit faster repetition right here, guys. So go with something a little bit lighter of a weight if you can, but you're going to do 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other side. Once you're done with that, you're going to move into a single arm plank. You'll do 30 seconds and 30 seconds. So you're basically going to establish like a regular plank position on the forearms. And then I'd probably recommend with your base as well, your feet need to be somewhere about shoulder width. And then Kel's going to take one arm off the ground. He can put it down by his side, he can put it behind his back. It's really his call. But the biggest thing is keeping the hips and the shoulders as square as possible. We don't want to rotate the trunk like that. We want to keep everything as square to do that. You'll do 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other side. That'll conclude your extra credit. The post-workout mobility, you guys are going to do stripper stretch, but you guys are going to do a full-on stripper stretch with knees out. And you're going to do 2 minutes here. If you've been doing Kel's mobility stuff, this should be like no problem. It should feel like a breeze after doing 5 minutes worth. You'll do 2 minutes there, get your knees out as wide as possible. Do supine twist. You guys will do 90 seconds per side. So he's just going to lay down his back, keep the shoulders square, drive the knees, drive a knee out to the outside, all right, and pulling that knee down to the ground. 90 seconds, and then you're going to work on the wrist to finish off with. You did do some toe to bars and some dumbbell box step ups, so the grip's going to be a little shot here. And you'll do 1 minute here, fingers facing towards you, and just leaning back here. And that'll conclude your Friday Fun Day. Congratulations, guys.